Hey guys, it's Jim from FullMetalRock.com, and I'm here today in Columbus, Ohio at the Newport Music Hall, sitting down with Rick of Adelitas Way, currently on the Snowcore Winter Music Tour 2015. How you doing, Rick?
I feel good. I feel good. I'm just enjoying the tour, man. Enjoying. I feel like this tour feels very, very like an underground union of rock and roll fans and some real ass rock and roll bands. So, for me, Snowcore feels like my kind of tour, man. It's usually 500, 600 people in a dingy rock and roll room, rocking out, getting blasted in the face with guitars and vocals and drums.
I guess you guys are missing the Vegas weather, huh?
You know what, man? I mean, we could joke about it all day, but I can handle anything. We can handle anything. We are spoiled because it's 75 in Vegas, but we do what we got to do to play shows for our families and our fans, and we're gonna start scaling back how much we tour because we want. We've already done all the tours when we were younger. We've supported a lot of bands, and now we're going to take a step back and make it more of a special thing. You know what I mean? Like when we come out on a tour, it's like, you should come out and see us because who knows when the next time we'll be back will be, and that's what we're focusing on, our headlining and making sure that at least, once every year or two, we hit the markets that we feel appreciate what we're doing.
Good, good. So those around that are unfamiliar with you guys, tell us a little bit about the band.
The band, started in 2005. It was just me writing some songs because I had pain inside of me. I had a lot of hurt. And then it progressed over the years. I met Trevor in 2008. And, me and him really hit it off. And he's been with me ever since. And ever since then, man, it's been a little bit of everything. It's been touring with some of the biggest acts in rock. We put out 3 records on Virgin. We've had 2 #1 hits, 8 top 5 singles. We've been featured on TV shows and video games, a couple of them, not many, but WWE shit, you know what I mean? And then now we're at the point where, we just react off each other. Sometimes I'll have an idea, when we're writing a record, I'll have some lyrics or melodies, or we'll react off each other. We react well off each other, and I think the records we're making are the way they're supposed to be made, man. It's just 5 dudes with instruments in a garage or a jam room or a sweaty place, just pouring out the frustrations of the world.
Yes, you guys have a definite sound, and you guys rock it out, I tell you.
Thank you.
I heard there's a story behind your name.
Yes.
Could you tell us about that?
When I was younger, I was in LA for a meeting, and I was with a couple of my friends, and they were like, let's hit the beach. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to crash. And I slept in the back of the truck, and I woke up and we were getting arrested in Tijuana, Mexico. I saw them robbing my friend, so I hid whatever money I had on me, which was like $25. After we got arrested and pretty much the cops extorted us, we went to this bar called Adelitas, which was a Tijuana brothel, which we thought was a regular bar. Went in the brothel, I met a girl who was my age who had a really tough life. She told me that she was a prostitute, and that's how she paid her bills, and she was doing it since she was a kid. Felt really bad about it. And after the whole experience, man, I just kind of felt like I should remember this forever. I should remember to be appreciative of the little things. I should remember never to really think anything's that bad, because I could be a prostitute in Tijuana. So I'll take being me.
That's true. In America, that's kind of hard to come by. It's glad that you have those good.
Yeah,
good
well, I'm sure
thoughts.
if I were interviewing with guys and I was a girl, they'd be like, "Oh, are you? That's a great job. Maybe we should talk later."
So, who are some of your personal biggest influences?
Oh man, realistically, I know who my guys are. I'm very influenced by Kurt Cobain and Chris Cornell from the Soundgarden and Audio Slave days. And it's just a lot of great singers, man. There's a lot of guys that I grew up on kind of a weird mix of music because I listened to a lot of classic rock with my dad and my mom, and all the way from the Beatles to Pink Floyd to the Police. But then I went through a phase when I was younger where I was really a part of the grunge movement, man. I loved STP, and I loved, Soundgarden, and then I loved Nirvana, and I loved Smashing Pumpkins, and I loved The Offspring, Smash, and Green Day, Dookie, and I went through a bunch of phases. But I'd say in my musical influences now, some of the biggest influences that pop out on our records are Nirvana and the Bush 16 Stone record, and Bad Motorfinger, and Metallica. You know what I mean? That's just where my bread and butter always was, man. That's what I always found myself listening to. Obviously everyone starts, when you want to go into the musical library, of course I listen to everything, Megadeth to Journey to, I went to a Styx concert once. Yeah. So it's like I'm very well versed in rock and roll, but I have my guys who I really just always thought exceeded and were cut above everyone else.
That sounds good. This has been going out with Flyleaf and on the Snow Corps. It's been a good tour, it sounds like. It's about halfway over. Have you guys had any good highlights so far?
Of course. The whole thing's been a highlight. We're coming off of kind of a tough tour where we weren't really respected on our last tour by the band we were out with. And, we respected them. I respect what they're doing, but it kind of made me feel like, that's not why I got into music. That's not what I'm looking to do. So if I have to do that ever again, maybe music ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my goal is to never have to open up for bands I don't feel like fucking open up for again. Yeah. And this Flyleaf tour is reinvigorating because it's just a bunch of hardworking bands who understand we're a unit and we're all putting on a great night together. It's not about one band. It's about all of us, you know what I mean? And we're putting on a spectacular performance every night for the fans, and the fans are coming out, and the tour is great, man. It feels like what touring should feel like for every band on this bill. We've all worked hard to be here. We all have our fan base. Our fans are showing up. Adelitas Way fans are showing up, definitely. So for me, it's a very, very energetic tour for myself. It puts a lot of energy back into me because, we did a tour before this and it sucked too much energy out of me.
Okay. You guys have a new album coming out on March 17th entitled Deserve This. What inspired this album?
I think we had a lot of angst built up from the disaster that Stuck was. You know what I mean? Stuck wasn't a musical disaster because there's a lot of songs that I'm proud of, but the process was not fun. And nothing went right on the whole album cycle, from the touring end to the recording end to everything. It just was like, fuck, get me out of here, man. You know what I mean? So it also, combined with that, it took too long to put Stuck out. The label waited 3 years to put it out, and we didn't like anything that was going on. So we were A, motivated. We had a chip on our shoulder. We had a lot to say. And B, we're like, we're going to put more fucking music out than ever now. We're going to put more music out now than ever because we want to. So right now, we want to put music out. March 17th, you're going to get a 5-song EP, Deserve This, Summertime, a new record. And then we're probably going to do the same thing a year after. You know what I mean? And until I feel like I don't have anything left to say, or till we feel like, people aren't connecting with the art we're making, we're going to keep going.
Okay. The latest single you guys released is I Get Around. It's got a great sound to it. What do the lyrics mean to?
Oh, the lyrics are dead slap dab out of the storybook of my life, man. You know what I mean? And it's a real situation. I've been through every word in the song, and it's kind of about a slapstick about an awful date that I went on where this girl asked me how many people that I've been with, when after the date my friend told me that she's a slut. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this girl's asking me how many people I've been with, and I totally lied. I was like 3. It's like the universal numbers. So I thought it would be funny because after that whole experience, I realized that, yeah, man, I got around a little bit and she got around, and maybe everyone gets around a little bit. Maybe everybody's been with more people than they would have liked to be with, whether it's 3, 5, 6, 100, We've all been duped a couple times.
Yeah, that'll touch a lot of people.
Yep.
I also saw that your Pledge Music campaign, a new avenue for releasing your 4th album.
Yeah, it's so we don't have to answer to any assholes. I had to answer to 10 suits to piss on our last record. I couldn't make one move by myself. I had no opinion when it was releasing songs or doing this or doing that. The other. I was just, I had to go through too many yes men, too many no men, too many suits. And Pledge eliminates that, man. Pledge allows us to, to put records out at the pace we want, to make the music we want, to go in the studio when we want. If we have, a great song that hits us, we can go record it. You know what I mean? If we want to shoot a video, we can. If we want to release a single to radio, we can. If we want to do anything, we can. And Pledge is helping us be rebellious, man. Rock and roll's rebellious, and it's dangerous, and we want to be dangerous, and we are dangerous, and we want to tell people to fuck off who are wearing suits and trying to guide us, our careers. And Pledge is allowing that. And you know what? Our Pledge is crushing it, man. We're not even 2 weeks in, or we are around 2 weeks in, and we're at like 85% already. So it's like, I want to crush this goal so we never have to answer to another suit again,
So you think you'll continue this way with the Pledge music? Produce some music your own or albums on your own?
Yeah, man. Unless someone comes up to me with I'm going to field every offer, man. I'm going to look what everyone has to say, but I haven't been impressed with anything anyone has had to say to me, especially during the climate of music where people are generally taking music for free and you're making money by them coming out to shows and buying T-shirts. It's like, I don't need to sign a record deal to have someone buy my T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? So no one's buying recorded music anymore. I wish they were, but they're not. And we could sit here and try to act like we're going to change it all we want by saying buy records, but it's done already. What's done is done. The record is gone. CD is dead. The iTunes is next. It's going to die, and everything's going to be streaming based. Next, we're going to have to go after the streaming companies to pay us a little more, or we're just going to have to either, be down with giving music away for free to facilitate it to the population of people who want to rock.
Do you guys have fall plan tours?
Oh yeah, man. We got all kinds of tours. We got all kinds of plans. Look, I told you we're going to focus on our headlining run, and we have a cult following, man. So we expect it to be fantastic, and we're going to do. Probably like a 4 to 6 week headlining run of major markets of the entire United States. And we're going to hit every city. We're going to play an hour and a half. We're going to play people's favorite songs that we have because, I know people want to see us play longer. And then we're going to take a couple months off. And then in September, October, we're going to do a secondary market headlining run. Both times we're going to bring out different packages of different bands. And then we're going to try to get over to the UK. You know what I mean? We're going to tour. We're going to play.
You guys have played a lot of the big festivals around. Do you have a favorite?
I love them all. Rockfest is always special. Kansas City Rockfest, Rock on the Range is always special. I'd say those two are the most special for me in terms of the performance, the fans, the radio stations. There's no better radio station than Kansas City 98 Rock. You know what I mean? It's like they are rock and roll, and they treat their artists like that. And I wish more people treated the artists like them. I hope they stay loyal to what we're doing as well. I really appreciate them as a station.
So you guys want to headline tours. Are you looking to do a dual bill with somebody? Or
No,
just okay?
It's us. We've done dual bills. This is a dual bill. This is a co-headlining bill. You know what I mean? And we did it. It's us and Flyleaf co-headline. It's great. But next, we're going to bring 3 bands out that we're going to show the way, and we're going to lead the pack, and we're going to be the headliner, and we're going to be the main attraction for the evening.
Sounds like you guys got the plan.
Yeah, we do.
You guys are doing it.
Game plan, set, match, right?
So everything else okay with the band?
Everything's good. Everything's good. We're just working hard, man. We're all trying to continue to work our hardest so we're undeniable, so we don't have to worry about anything except playing music. I mean, at the end of the day, people are going to have to show their appreciation to artists, whether it's paying for tickets to go to shows, buying T-shirts. Some way people are going to have to show us that they do care and they appreciate their artists, because if our music becomes free and no one buys it, and then no one's coming to shows, and then no one buys T-shirts, I mean, no one's going to make records. So we're lucky and we're blessed that we have this army of people who show us they love us, man. They buy our stuff. They come to our shows. And as long as those people keep coming out and that army keeps growing, I mean, we could be here for 5 more years, or we could be here for 25 more years. It's really a matter of how our loyal fans and our followers and our growth is.
All right, man. Well, I think you've added one more. This is my first time seeing you guys, and I really appreciate having the time to talk to you, and I can't wait to see you guys live tonight.
We're one of the best live bands in rock and roll. You're gonna have a good time.
I can't wait. All right, man. I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking with us today.
No problem.
And I'll see you from the pit.
I'll see you, brother.
Thanks.